All right, I know I don't have the chat out for the previous episode yet, but I've already got stuff for the next episode, so I'm going to share that here. Spoilers will probably be abound somewhere. So today is spoiler day. Don't watch this if you don't know what happened in the last episode and don't want to know what's going to happen in the next episode. And definitely don't watch that chat tonight because I guarantee you we're going to reveal way more than we ought to. It just seems to happen pretty regularly. Instead, go watch the playlist, the Outlander Waiting for Season 7 Part 2 playlist. Yeah, you can find lots of stuff there that shouldn't spoil you too badly. And just don't pick the ones that say spoilers. I feel like that's a good way to go. For the rest of us, I'm going to start with my English Sassenach and for others sharing. I had the great privilege of watching our William Charles Vandervaart being filmed in November 2022 for Outlanders Season 7B, Liverpool, England, UK. I was there for 6 hours and met my new dear friend, Rita Alcalde? Teresa, Greg, and Katie's home. It was amazing and just wonderful to see it all play out now on our screens. Video and photo content by me, my English Sassenach. And halfway through that, you have a tickle in my throat, but we can see some really good images. I'm not going to turn on the music. It is Bear McCreary, so we know it's going to be really pretty, really good music, but it also might get us dinged, and I want to make sure that we can see this as much as we can. So we see Charles getting all dolled up here, getting his collar straightened out. I mean, they have to look perfect for every scene. There can't be a little smudge. And we've got some background images, background characters, and the scenery. Folks all dressed up. That would be fun. It would be fun to be an extra for this, just to wear the costume for a little bit. Charles yelling around, more people, horses, carriages. I'm just going to sit here and talk about things. And so, yep, Charles again, maybe acting about what happened or asking about what happens next and walking down the street. These are things we haven't seen yet because, well, when we've seen him outside so far, he was with Izzy. Sorry, my brain was going back and forth between Rachel and Izzy, and now he's got some really great red sash around his waist. So we've got some stuff coming up. Whether this is going to be for the next episode or not, I have no idea, and it doesn't say so here, but there he is riding away on his horsey, and not with a sash, with his actual uniform on now. So let's see. Oh, no, that's not him. That's him. Somebody else is riding away. What's he doing? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Much like Katrina, we've got some quotes and images here. Charles Vandesite and Outlander Online share Charles Vandervaart on William Ransom in the upcoming episode of Outlander Season 7 Part 2. Actually, I have some interview clips coming up as well. So we'll see what those say too. He's an incoming wake of destruction because he has no idea what he's supposed to be doing now. His entire moral compass and direction in life are now in turbulence. And that is an interview with Den of Geeks, edited by, I'm going to go with Charles Vandesite. Interview with Den of Geeks, edit by them. Full interview in stories. The full interview contains spoilers for episode 712 of Outlander Carnal Knowledge. He just, again, I can't keep talking about the episode before I've had my chat with the ladies about the episode. But information revealed, world toppled. Yeah, poor William. Goodness gracious. Next episode is gonna be awesome too. All these episodes are just freaking fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right, so Charles Vandesite and Outlander Online share Charles Vandervaart on William Ransom, finding out Jamie Fraser's his dad in episode 711 of Outlander. I'm just going to, instead of reading this one, I'm just gonna let him say it because this is fun to hear him talk to. He's like the sun.
His entire life has been about him being a lord and him, upholding these values that he has. And then he finds out it's a lie. And he finds out not only that it's a lie, but all the people that he loves the most have been the people lying to him, which is just, it hurts in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, find out who you are isn't who you are. Who he is isn't bad by any means, but it's how of self. And it's gonna be really fun to watch the end of this week.
Do I have a cast, Dad? Richard's gonna hate me, but I kind of think it's I think Richard's like my brother, but I mean, at the same time, I go over to his house. He cooks me meals. We play a silly little card game called Magic the Gathering together. Um,
Yeah, I know that one.
oh
Silly
yeah,
little
yeah. We're
card
both
game.
we're both a little bit obsessed. So I mean, he definitely takes care of me when I'm over there in Scotland when I don't have my parents around. But let's call it older brother. I think it's older brother vibe.
Oh, that's funny. That's sweet. That one also was shared by Charles Vandesite and Outlander Online. It said in today's news, Richard Rankin finds out he's Charles' cast dad. On his interview with Aaron Kahn 1959 from The If by Space, 3 If by Space, when asked who his cast dad is. Yeah, I mean, he's a young man, but he's still kind of a kid and probably used to having an adult to lean on. I think most people his age are. Still like to lean on the adults in charge in their lives. And so I could see Richard easily being the one who helps take care of him when he just needs somebody to be around and be like, all right, did you do your laundry this week? Have you eaten a good meal? Let's have a little fun and then we'll get to work. So, so that's good. I'm glad he has that kind of support, even when his parents aren't around. Those of us with adult children, yeah, they're adults, but they can't always do everything by themselves. Getting calls occasionally from a child who says, "Mom, I don't remember. How do I do insert activity that adults are supposed to know how to do?" And it's nice. It's nice to see that he has that extra support, even when he's not with his mom and dad. One more here. Charles Vandesite and Outlander Online share Charles Vandervaart on filming the scene where William Ransom meets Jamie Fraser in episode 711 of Outlander and 100 Weight of Stone. Whew. Let's see what he has to say here.
William has all these memories from him back at Hellwater when he was a boy. So it's a very loaded scene, even for William, who doesn't understand the most loaded part of this is that's his dad. And I mean, it's all going to come to a climax very soon.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was too. Okay, not saying anything about the episode. Charles' outlook from the outside looking in before he acts the part, and then when he's playing it, I think it gives him a deeper understanding of how William feels. I think he's talked through it. It's really, really good to see these young actors taking it seriously and trying to make the most of the scene that they are given with all of the emotions that come with the story. So he's done a really good job too. I think next week's going to be the really awesome challenge, but that last scene in last week's, that it was good. He did well. And if we're going to talk about Charles, might as well talk about David as well. We've got Outlander Online. This one might as well, like it's a real challenge. Darn it. We have to talk about David Barry. David Barry on Lord John Grey in episode 711 of Outlander in his interview with News Breakfast. Again, I'm not going to read it. Oh, it's way better to listen into them, right? I mean, I'm entertaining. I enjoy that. Thank you very much. But I'm not as good as these guys.
He's been someone who's been very supportive of the Fraser family and the main stars in this show. But I'm really worried about what's going to happen after this week. I think people may actually have a bit of a different reaction to me. So look, it all could change.
Okay, interesting.
I'll have to wait.
All right, I have seen this happen in shows in the past where a character people like does something, the character does something that people don't want to happen. Let's not hate on David Barry because he had to tell a very difficult part of the story. Whether Katrina thinks it was easier on him or not, it's still a twist and he has no control over the story, folks. It's not something he said, you know, it'd be really funny. How about if we kill off Jamie and I give Claire a bone? I don't think he ever said that. So, and Diana said it way before him, even if he did. So let's not hate on David. Let's love on David because they did a really good job. They did a really good job in basically an impossible scene. Nothing that they did would have made any of the fans go, oh, well, that makes sense. That's really good. Thank you so much for giving us that. No. No. No matter how good it was, we're still going, that's the wrong dude. That's the wrong guy, Claire. You need to get up off the Lord. So, that sounded sort of weird, but that's okay. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, so let's not hate on David. If anything, let's applaud him because he's just always really good, and it was very very well done. Very different, but very well done on both Katrina and David's part. All right, very short spoiler warning here. These last posts that I have are all about the 12th episode of season 7. So if you don't want to see those images, don't want to hear any, oh my gosh, I wonder what's going to happen discussions, then now is the time to bow out. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel if you'd like, and all that other fun stuff. Please, please just go now if you don't want to know anything, and watch out for my review later on, hopefully today, that'll be all about the 11th episode. So thanks for joining me, and for the rest of us, I got some stuff. And just when we are getting ready to feel kind of bad for poor William and the fact that he lost out on Rachel, he should have spoken up when he could. Not that I think it would have made any difference at all, but we've got these images from Charles Vandesite and Outlander Online, screen caps of Charles Vandervaart as William Ransom in episode 712 of Outlander, screen caps by them. And so we've got a thing. Now they do have trailers every week. I can't share the trailers, so I much prefer sharing these where people have taken what they think are the most interesting screen caps, and for the most part, I must agree. And we get to look at them. Now, I think something must happen between finding about his dad and this moment. We have Charles kissing Jane Peacock. Goodness gracious, and I do believe in a state of, well, less clothing than she ought to be wearing. Young gentleman William, I'm shocked. And now this could be after he realizes or hears whose son he truly is, and look in the mirror. We've seen it. We've all agreed. He looks a lot like Sam. So William now maybe judging his features, and apparently he has doesn't appreciate the judgment. He looks a little miffed, and we know that he's going to be a lot more miffed. Again, from the trailers, there's a little bit of destruction that's about to take place in their manor, and messy, making more work for the people who clean up. The staff does not deserve this kind of treatment, and neither does that table. Tried to be funny, but my goodness, it's kind of a mess here. Outlander Online shares these as well. Spoiler warning, screen caps from the trailer of episode 712 of Outlander. Again, thanks for doing the screen caps. It's just, I love being able to just grab them from you guys. I do appreciate it so much because it still gives us something good to talk about without having to play the whole trailer, which would get me in trouble. David Barry and Sam here, of course, Lord John and Jamie having a little chat. There's going to be some chatting going on. Not that I blame Jamie at all, and I don't blame Claire either, or John. He was trying to take care of her, and we will see if that's how Jamie takes it. Oh, goodness. All right. So, all right. It looks like he's writing up, trying to show that he means no harm. Hand up. And, oh, well, that would make sense. We are meeting with somebody. I don't even know if it says in here not even with the hashtags. It's not telling us who. So he's meeting with somebody. I'm not going to say anything if they aren't. But he looks fairly official and, military shaped. So possibly talking about their next moves, which of course is going to, again, put he and David Barry, I think that's who he's riding with, on opposite sides once again. Claire looks upset. I wonder if she's getting questions as to her actions. And yeah, quite frankly, he shouldn't. He married her for the same reason back then. Oh, back to William. Oh, these may be. Oh, and now we got Ian again. Now wait. Why is he standing? Why is he standing with the redcoats? Am I confused? I don't think I'm confused. This is interesting. Still pretending to play both sides, and the British Army marching down the streets, possibly heading out of town, because as we know from the last episode and from reality, the British don't stick around for long, at least not forever. And that is it. That is all I have. I have no more screen caps. I'm not going to show the trailers during these videos. It's just not something I'm going to try to get away with. The screen caps give us enough right now, and the trailers are very easy to find. So I encourage you to watch them, but I'm not going to do the trailers just because it gets this channel in some trouble when I try to do that. And I don't like to be in trouble. I'm a good girl. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. If you think you got something good out of it, or at least a giggle from me not being able to say people's names properly, which happens a lot. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you enjoy this channel enough that you think you'd like to come back. Also hit that notifications bell so you'll know when to do that, because otherwise you're just looking around for new videos and they aren't here yet. But I promise I'm trying to make some more. And for my members, thanks so much for the extra support. I really do appreciate it. Again, watch out by next weekend. I'm going to be asking for any addresses for those of you who would like a special little something from me for your support this past year, for watching my silly videos when I can make them, and yeah, any of that fun stuff. Also, I might need your opinion on something later on as well. So watch out for a members only post or two, possibly. I'm working on too many projects again at the same time. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So just thank you everybody for joining me. If you didn't get enough Outlander information and just wish you could watch a little bit more, then please do check out my Waiting for Outlander Season 7 Part 2 playlist. There is a lot there. You know what? If you want, go ahead and check out my Waiting for Outlander Season 7 at all. Or maybe it was just Outlander. I'll have to go check that. But there's another playlist with videos that I started making at the beginning. You might get a kick out of those as well if you haven't already watched it. But whatever video you do pick from this channel, I will see you there.